to Be Real podcast. We are growing, giving ourselves grace, giving ourselves gratitude, because this healing ish is not for the motherfucking weak. It's not for the motherfucking weak. But as y'all can see, I'm outside today. If you watch the video, I am outside. I am being rare. I'm not putting myself in the box. I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it, because I'm rare. You know, so you might see me. I don't know where you're gonna see me next. But don't get used to seeing the same thing, okay? But no, for real, today's podcast is about getting help, but I feel like I have not talked about the free me for me journey that we're going on, this 90-day journey that we're going on, as much as I should have. So if there's anything in your life that's just holding you captive, and I just like want us to free ourselves from that, because we be prisoners in our own mind, in our own bodies, in our own lives, and it's like we can't even live life because we're just prisoners in our own life. And so it's just like, yes, free me for me, because I want to live life to the fullest. Even when life is life, I still want to be able to be joyful. I still want to understand that sometimes life don't lie, but I'm gonna fight back. You know, like I still want to understand all of that and not be such a prisoner in my life, like to where I can't enjoy life. So that is the whole point of the 90-day journey, is to free you for me. So free me, free a real one, because there's certain things that I'm still working on that hold me captive in my life, certain things that I'm still working on that I need to be free from. So why not go on this journey together? So if you want to know more about the 90-day journey, go to www.shopberare.com and you will get more information about the 90-day journey. Today's episode, as I said, is about getting help, but I have previously talked about is being more self-aware, because if you're not really aware of what you need to do to work on you, and like you can't look in the mirror, how are we gonna start this journey? Okay. And then I talked about understanding your why. That was very important for me, because my why is the reason why I still do the podcast. My why is just keeps me grounded. It keeps me going every day to not let life think they gonna let life think gonna be mine. I get up every day like, life, you gonna put your hands up? Because I'm gonna put my hands up. You better put your best fight forward, because I'm putting mine forward. And I put my best fight forward for my why. Period. Okay? But I wanted this to be really vulnerable before we get into the episode. I feel like I just talk about wins, and I want to start talking about that again. So a win for me this week is, and this is something that I'm trying to get help with, is I have been hurt in certain areas of my life, and it has caused me to shut down. Like, if I care, I will not show that part of me unless you've made me feel safe to where I can show I care and I can express myself. But in a lot of my relationships, or like new relationships, I will keep up that wall. I will act like I don't care. I will not speak on certain things because I don't know what response I'm going to get. And I feel like I'm much safer if I keep it to myself and I don't say anything, because then I get my feelings hurt less. You know, like my feelings may be hurt, but I don't want to get them hurt more, you know? And so I kind of stepped out of that this week. I actually had a hard conversation, and it didn't even go the way I wanted it to, but I had it. And it was so freeing, because it's like, at least I got it off of me. Like, I got it out of me. Like, it's not holding me captive anymore. Like, it's not like, you know how you just feel stuff like festering, and then when you hold it and you don't speak on it, it's just still sitting on you. And I was just proud of myself, because I really want to get out of not speaking on things or just holding things in, because then I know I explode. And I be like, yeah, I just explode, or I just shut down, and then I'd be shut down for a while. And the person like, why are you shut down? Why are you not? And I'm saying nothing, I'm good. Like, I just play it out, you know? And yeah, so that's my win. I spoke my mind, and it did not turn out the way I wanted to. Kind of hurt my feelings, but I still did it. And I'm okay. Like, I'm alive. I'm okay. And I feel lighter now that I done said something. So yeah, that's something I'm working through and getting help from my life coach on, like just using my voice even in hard situations. But yeah, that's my win. What's your win? Let's put it in the chat. DM me, TikTok, on Instagram. DM me and let me know what your win is for this week. Whether you just didn't cuss the person out at the store and you usually would have cussed them out, you know, anything. Let's celebrate our wins together. I would love to celebrate your wins with you. So yes, put them in the chat. DM me or write me, whatever. Yes. So let's get into the episode. So, like I said, today's episode is about getting help, and I'm gonna be completely transparent. I have been struggling with this topic, but I know this is a topic that God put on my heart. God showed me throughout the 90-day journey, and I feel like I'm struggling with talking about getting help because I'm still in the process of getting help. Like, I am far from perfect. Okay, there's certain things that I still struggle with, but it just made me go back to a time in my life where I was at a place where I just really needed help and I didn't know what to do. So I did get help, and the help was not helping. Like, I was in a relationship that was not helping for me at all. It was very toxic and very abusive, and I decided to go get help, and I decided to get a therapist, but I was still in the situation, and the therapist was very surface level. And this is not no shots and no therapist or nothing. I'm just talking about my experience. The help was very surface level. The therapist was basically telling me things that I already knew, like, you shouldn't be there. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to do this. You need to do that. It was like, well, duh, I know that. Like, I need more than that. Clear, like, that's common sense. Like telling me common sense things. And after that, I had a few sessions, but then I stopped. And then I went to another therapist, and they were just kind of like having, it was very conversational. It was the same experience. So I'm on this journey. I'm trying to get help, and the help is not helping. And I feel like my relationship with God was a little better. I was at least talking to Him. I was probably begging, like begging. I'm begging, like, God, please. And I feel like I was begging for the help because it's like, there was not anyone in my life that I could really, at that time, that I feel like, I don't even know if I could think of right now, that I could talk to and be like, what does it look like to really love yourself? What does it look like to leave a situation and stand in your power? What does it look like to not be in a toxic relationship? What does it look like to be able to accomplish your wildest dreams? Like, what does it look like to know you have a dream and go after it? Like, I really did not have anybody in my life to go to and ask for that help. I always had the person, and my mama, she would just always want me to do better, like want me to do more. And I feel like I even grew up on that saying, like, don't be like me, be better than me. Even though I have a great mother and she did great things, it was just like, I feel like she was trying to teach me, like, to not do the same things. Like, hey, okay, I did this, don't do it. But I was also a type of person, and I'm growing out of it. I feel like I've grown out of it for the most part. But I was the type of person, like, if you tell me not to touch a hot stove, and we're like, don't touch that, that's gonna burn you. Don't hurt, that's gonna burn you. And I'm like, I'm act like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I ain't gonna touch the hot stove. And then as soon as you leave, mama touch the hot stove, and I'm like, ah, damn. And sometimes I would touch the hot stove more than once. Like, I would know the motherfucker gonna burn me, and I'm just like, I would just keep my hand there. Because it's just like, I don't know, like, it was like, that's the norm, right? Like, this is what I've always seen. This is what I've experienced. Other people that I have grew up around have experienced the same thing. Like, it was the norm. And so, like, getting help from those around me, I don't feel like they had the blueprint. Like, they were trying to figure it out too. And so, seeking help outside of family, loved ones, was hard. Even getting help from people outside of my loved ones, it was hard because it was like, okay, I'm coming to this person and they're telling me common sense things. Like, okay, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but that's why I'm coming here, because I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm still doing it. Like, and I'm doing it consecutively. Like, now it's a choice. Like, I'm choosing to do this. It's not just a decision, a poor decision. I'm choosing to, this is a lifestyle, you know? And so that's why I was so happy when God answered my prayers. I was begging. I'm like, God, please, I need your help. I got my face to look ugly. But, like, I was really like them ugly cries, crying to God, like, I really need help. I don't know where to start. Like, I was in a place where I was just lost. I was lost and I needed some help. And I ended up meeting my life coach that I have now. And that's when things shifted for me. He not only helped me get a deeper relationship with God, but he helped me understand me and get a deeper relationship with me. It was no longer surface level conversations. It was like, okay, you've been in this situation for how long? And you feel like this is the norm? And why are you scared to exit the situation or leave or speak up in friendships, or are you scared of conflict? And like, why? And it was different things like, oh, okay, you suffer from abandonment issues. Okay, well, where did that come from? Is that something that you learned in your childhood? Okay, well, using your voice, where did that start? And then, like, I was able to, it was like a doctor was examining my past, my experiences, and giving me a reasoning on why I was the way I was now. Like, I didn't know why I was the way I was, but I just knew I was, and it didn't feel right, And it was something I wanted to change. And so I was finally getting the answers or getting the help that I needed. And it wasn't just being on phone calls with him, but it was also like doing homework and reading books about women loving themselves, or women overcoming having low self-confidence, or just the journey that people go on and are human and are not perfect. Like, there's different ways to get help besides just going to someone. If you want to start your journey, you can go read a book about a subject that you feel like you need help with. Like, right now, I feel like I need help with my money trauma. And because I want to attract more money, like this business, this podcast, I want to make millions from my podcast, period. Like, period. But I know I do have money trauma, or I have certain beliefs around money. And so I'm trying to understand where they come from. Like, I need to treat the root issue. And the root issue may have been because I grew up in, turn that light off. Well, I got that light on. Me ain't got it. I'm broke. You got McDonald's money, like things like that. And so now, like, that's my mind is thinking that way. Like, it's thinking in lack versus it's not thinking in abundance. It's not thinking in, like, money is like I'm able to get money. Like, I gotta work for money. Like, I can't make money when I'm free. Like, my money is not thinking that big. It's thinking small, that you always have to work for money, living in lack. So you always gotta hold on to it, hold on to your money, And I've grown from that, but it's something that I need help in, and it's not something that I really need. I'm going to seek a therapist first for. I'm going to go read a book. So it's certain things that even if you or don't have that therapist or that person that you can go to and they can talk you through it, I feel like this is a time for you to see and learn from me. Like, you may run into therapists and they may not be good for you, but I didn't give up just because they didn't fit the criteria. I may have put a pause on it, but eventually I met the life coach that was for me, that was able to help me diagnose the reasons why I am the way I am, and help me understand that it's okay to not have it all together. And this may be a generational thing, and this may be a thing from your childhood. Like, it may be a thing that will get better over time, but then gave me the tools to be able to apply it and learn from other people and not just hear it from him. But my whole point of saying is that it's like, don't be so straight away from getting help because the help is not helping, because you will run into people and sometimes they just are not the fit. Like, they don't fit the puzzle, and that's okay. But if you give up on getting help, then you're giving up on yourself. You're giving up on the life that you know that you deserve. Stick through it. Pray about it. I ain't stressing no more. Like, pray about it. I literally beg God, like, God, like, in the situation, laying next to the nigga, begging him, please. I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I want to stay here, and I need your help because I ain't got nobody to go to. I don't have nobody to guide me. I just got everybody judging me, looking at me like I'm stupid, but they was once stupid, and I'm not taking what they saying to heed, because how you talking about what I'm doing and you was doing the same thing? Like, those things. Like, I need somebody that can come in and not judge me, and help me diagnose it, so I can come out on the other side and be like, okay, you know what? I did make that decision. I did do this, but you know what? I'm still hurt. And that's where getting help has gotten me, and that's why I wanted to have this discussion so bad. Is because, and it was so hard for me to have this discussion about getting help, because I am still in the midst of getting help. I still do not have it together. I am still imperfectly perfect. Like, I still make decisions, and I'm like, why did you do that? It was fun, but why did you do that? Like, it does not align with who you are today or who you're becoming. But now that I know and I've healed for certain things, it's like, okay, I know I'm going to make mistakes, but what do you do after you make that mistake? Like, it's just, getting help changes your perspective. It has changed my mind so much. I look at me so different. Like, I look at my parents so different. Like, I now understand that they are human and they were just trying to figure things out, just like I'm trying to figure things out. Like, it helps me give them more grace. It helps me not to have so much hatred about certain things, or how certain things went. It helps me to look at it from, like, okay, now that I'm a parent, I understand. Like, there's no rule book, there's no handbook to this. Getting help has helped me forgive. It's helped me, but sometimes like I said, I'm still trying to get I'm still in the midst of getting help. I keep having to forgive and forgive and forgive the same person sometimes, because that trauma continues to come up. But then I know, like, I'm seeing the patterns. I'm like, okay, when did this come up? Because it can come up in different ways. So I'm just going through different things that I have learned to be able to identify them, so that I can continue to make progression. Just because you get help don't mean you won't get hurt. Just because you're getting help don't mean you won't make mistakes. Just because you're getting help don't mean, like, you're just gonna have this perfect life and everything's gonna go as planned. But one thing that getting help has done for me is help me love me differently. Like, it's helped me get to know me on a totally different level, to where now I am more willing to get on camera and stand in my power and use my voice. And now I'm more aware of my mood and my feelings. And so I am able to be like, okay, Raven, you having a bad day, you better go pick up your daughter. Maybe we should check this in the bud before you go get her. Like, reading books, like me reading books about a woman and her story and how she's overcame it, has made me heal, and it has helped me to understand, like, I look just like you. You've went through the similar things that I have went through, and you have overcame it. I know that I can overcome it. If you overcame it, you look just like me. Like, or just seeing people just overcome stuff and trust God. It has helped me continue to want to get the help. So um I think it's just very important. Three things that I just really want to reiterate before I end today's episode is, sometimes the help is not gonna be helping. Okay, sometimes that is not the doctor that needs to be prescribing you or diagnosing you with what you need to do better. You may have to go to a different therapist. You may have to go to 3, 4, 5 therapists until you figure it out. Or even if you don't have the time or the money for a therapist, get a book. There are books out here that you can read on how to become better, how you can shift your atmosphere, or I don't want to say atmosphere, but shift your life to be better and learn, so that you can heal and get the help that you need. That was the first one. So sometimes the help will not be helping. Don't give up just because it's not helping. Like, keep trying, keep seeking individuals. Maybe talk to people that have went to a therapist and they really enjoy their therapist. And then also read books. Stories are very impactful, so reading books can be very impactful, and it's very healthy to look at your own story and be like, okay, I can do it too. And it can be very motivating and inspiring to know, like, okay, let me stay steady on this journey of me healing and getting the help that I need. I'm trying to think. So I talked about key takeaways. I'm talking about. So I'm just being very, very authentic right now. I'm just thinking about the key takeaways that I just talked about. So I talked about that sometimes the help is not helping. Reading a book, and just understanding that, like, sometimes surface level will not work for you. You need to be able to get down to the root issue, so that you can actually know, like, okay, this is what I need to work on, this is why this is taking place, and you can really start seeing movement. I think that's everything for my key takeaways. But I also want to say, when it comes to getting help, the biggest thing that I really, really, really had to start doing is feeling. Like, I don't want to see other people see me feel as much. Like, sometimes I do let y'all see me feel, but, like, I feel with myself. Like, for example, if you feel like, okay, I've been talking to this person and they always make me feel so sad, and it's like, okay, they made me feel so sad, but I'm still revisiting this person. Why? Because if you don't feel, it's like, how do you know it's not good? I hope I'm making sense, because I'm starting to feel like I'm rambling, but all in all, what I'm trying to say is, get the help. Like, the help will not only help you, but it will help your generation. I've seen so much change go on within my family since I started getting help. My mom has done so much healing and working on her so in a different light that I never thought that I would see. You know, getting the help that I have has helped me become a better mother. Like it would just impact your life on a different level if you not just let the problems fester and just be comfortable in who you are and just stay in this place where you're just captive in your own mind and brain. It will just your mind, your brain, your body, it will just help you just become everything that you know that you're supposed to be. You know? Like imagine life with knowing, okay, I have this problem, but I'm working at it and I'm willing to get better at it and I'm getting the help that I need. And I can see life changing for me. I can see life getting better for me. I can see life being more freeing for me, you know? Like that's a life that I envision for myself as I continue to get help on this journey, as I continue to read books and just feel how I feel so that I can also express it to my life coach. Like, oh, I felt like this when this took place. And where we can break it down and he can help me diagnose what took place because I don't have it. You know, I didn't have that blueprint. And I think that's another key takeaway is like, even without having a blueprint, that don't mean you can't get help. Like, you can't do better. Like, that don't mean that just because your whole family has been in toxic relationships that you have to be like it's going to be the same for you. Like getting help will change the trajectory for your whole family. It will change so much because then you will have a new blueprint and that blueprint can be used for other generations, you know. My prayer is that everybody like I reached who I need to reach with this video, like, and I pray that you're encouraged to go get help. I pray that you don't give up when the help is not helping. I pray that you look at me and understand that even when you are on your journey and you've been getting help for or going to therapy for years, it's still a process. It's a journey. And I feel like I'll be on this journey forever. Like I'll grow into different seasons and I'll need help in different areas. Like I need help with business right now. I don't have a blueprint for that. I don't know anyone in my life that has had $1 million business. So I don't have anyone to seek. But I'm getting the help that I need to where the vision that God showed me is going to come to fruition because now I'm understanding that procrastinating is not something that I can do. I have to have a plan. You know, I'm relearning certain things. You know, and it doesn't even have to be like a trauma thing. This could be different areas in your life that you really just need to get the help, and you don't have to go it alone. I feel like we always talk about like not having a support system or everybody like I can do it all. I can do bad all by myself. One thing that I've let go of is I need help. I need a community. I need to understand or see other people that look like me getting through it with me because I don't want to go through it by myself. I don't want to feel like I'm in a dark room by myself and I'm fighting life by myself. I would much rather fight life with my people, with my support system, with a community than fight by myself. You know, who want to go to war by themselves? I ain't saying I won't go to war by myself, but who wants to go to war by yourself? Like I rather go to war and I have my peoples behind me and I know I got somebody backing me up versus I gotta do it by myself and it's so draining. I only got my brain, only got my experiences, you know, like I think that's important too on your journey to getting help, having your support system, having those people that your community, because then you're not going through it by yourself. You actually have people that you can look to that are seeking the same things for you, whether that's having healthy relationships and understand what healthy relationships look like, or loving yourself and understanding what loving yourself look like, or having that $1 million business and understanding what having $1 million business look like and how they got there or how they're planning on getting there and what they're learning, you know? But yeah, I wanted to say I'm proud of myself for doing this episode because I have struggled with this one because I feel like I'm such in a place where I'm still learning so much and I still need help with so much, but I have grown so much. You know, like I've gotten the help and I've grown so much, but I still have so much growing to do. So it was really hard for me to have the conversation and just feel confident in talking about getting help. But here I am. I am the result of getting help. I am still getting help. And I've grown so much. I've grown so much. And I love the type of spirit and soul that I have now. I love the type of person that I am now. I love that I am not scared no more. Like, I'm a little scared, but I'm not as scared as I used to be, is what I can say. I just grown so much. And I love me. I did not used to love me. Like, that's the biggest thing. Getting help helped me love me so I can show up in the world and I can pour into whoever's listening or pour into people that you know, they want to do better. But I'm going to end with a prayer, and yeah, just go back through and understand the key takeaways. Have your support system. Get in the community that is trying to get through some of the same similar things that you're getting through. Understand that just because you don't have a blueprint don't mean that you can't recreate the blueprint. There's somebody that's out there that has been through what you've been through and have the blueprint and can help you through it. Understand that sometimes the help ain't gonna be helping, but that does not mean you're supposed to give up. And yeah, just understand that your help, you getting the help and taking that step, will help so many other people in this world. Like, it will help your family, it will help strangers, it will help so many people. So be the example, be the trailblazer. But yeah, God, I thank you. I thank you for giving me the words. I thank you for just allowing me to do this podcast episode today, because I was very, very insecure and very not confident about this episode because, baby, if you know, anybody know, you know, I still need help. There's so much areas in my life that I still need help in. But that's the whole point of Be Rare. It's about being imperfectly perfect. But most of all, I want to just pray over everybody that is on this call to God, that even when they decide to take the step, I want you to put the book in front of them, the book that they need to read in front of them, and help them be a book that's engaging, something that sticks, so they can continue to push forward and continue to get the help and just heal, so that they can do everything that they put in, that they see for themselves, that you have shown them, God. I'm praying that when they do go to the therapist, that you show them and you give them, like, maybe something in their body or something in their mind, like, nah, but you help them differentiate whether it's trauma or whether it's just them. I mean, whether it's you know, help them, give them the discernment, because sometimes we can have our trauma that's responding for us and say, no, this therapist not working, this therapist not working, and then we're going through so many therapists. Well, really, it's your trauma. You don't want to ask for help. You don't want to get the help, and so you rather not. You just rather keep going from therapist to therapist, than actually sitting there and actually dealing with your stuff. So I'm asking that you give every individual that strength, that discernment, to know that when it's them, their trauma, or versus when it's you, and that's where exactly where they need to be. I thank you for every person that's already getting their help and the growth that they have seen. Help them to continue to push forward and understand that they do not have to be perfect in this season, next season, or no other season. That it is okay to be imperfectly perfect. It's okay to know you still need help. It's okay to know that you have to still have to grow through so much in life. But it's such a wonderful thing to understand that you have took the step and that you are getting the help that you need, so that you can become a better person, so you can do better for your family, so you can recreate the blueprint, so that you can just be everything that you know that you have on your heart, that you have within, that you just feel and that you just can't let go of. So I just thank you, God. I thank you. I know that you have touched every single person that is listening to this podcast. I know you have touched them in such a way that they're going to start seeking getting help more, and understanding that there's no judgment there. And I'm praying that whoever that helps them, that there won't be their judges, that they're able to be able to diagnose the issue. They'll be able to say, this is the root cause of the problem, and this is how we can fix this problem. There is hope on the other side. I am knowing that every therapist they go through will be of you, God, and they will just be, it cause monumental shifts in their life, and they'll be able to see so much come from their life, God. So I just thank you and I appreciate you. Amen. I don't know if it was a bug by me or what. But yeah, talk to y'all later. Be rare, be you, be authentic.